There it is.
Fucking running around the outfield was dumb. What's up, Dace-tagular Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Dace Man Show. I am your host, Chris, the Dace Man Dace, and joining me as always, Gibby.
Hi, ladies and gents.
Frank Ward!
Why is the ceiling so close to me?
It's the camera.
I'm so tall.
And behind the desk, Cheever!
Alright, let's go Nats.
I feel so
They're
tall.
not even, they were fourth in the division.
I'm like 7'9" right
Close
now.
enough, right?
Better?
No.
I didn't know what to really
There we go. That'll work. Thank you.
Other
feel short
than
now.
they call you think you feel old. Wait till you play softball.
I was an idiot because that last game clearly did not matter. I ran out into the outfield, and that's the most running I've done in 3 years.
Success.
Yeah, and my knees were on fire.
He showed some real speed out there. He made a good sprint catch. Like, it was good. I was impressed.
I can run. I just don't
Choose not
do
to.
it often.
I was in the
Choose not to.
I was in shortstop when we were doing the whole who gives a fuck what happens. That's a dangerous position.
Nothing up by you.
I mean, it's true. I pooped myself every time a ball got hit at me, and I screamed, but I got it.
That's right.
But yeah, I couldn't fucking move. So we got a show for you tonight. First topic we're going to kick off with here on the Dace Man Show is to talk about the recent shift in the Marvel movie release dates for the MCU. So this year is staying the same. The Eternals is still coming out November 4th, and December 16th you're going to get Spider-Man No Way Home. But if you were waiting for Doctor Strange and the Madness of Multiversing, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Wasn't that supposed to be the first one of this?
No, the Eternals was.
It was? Okay.
Actually, Black Widow was. Then the Eternals, then Shang-Chi. It's been pushed back to the May release date. So everything got pushed back to the next date. So Doctor Strange was supposed to be in March. It's now in May. Thor, Love and Thunder was supposed to be May. It's now July. Black Panther 2 is July. It's now November. And everything else got pushed
Never
back.
going to get to see Guardians 3.
No, that's like... I didn't think it was on the list.
It was already like way out there on the list to begin with, and now
Yeah.
they're pushing things back. It's gone.
Which I thought was weird, because if you think about it, Hawkeye debuts on Disney Plus the Wednesday before Thanksgiving with a 2-episode release, which will take it to the week before Christmas with the finale, which is the week after Spider-Man debuts. That means in January, February, March, April, we will have no Marvel projects as of right now.
Think they'll
None.
just sneak in, release another like series? Like,
I
oh, by
think
the way,
so.
here's
Ms. Marvel, or...
WandaVision
Armor World.
2.
Wanda in a cabin, where you just get to watch her meditate in a cabin.
I think we're going to get stuff that has nothing to do with the movies. There's Armor Wars that's out there, which is going to star Rhodey.
Okay.
And then the new Iron Man, which is Ironheart. Who's the chick? You don't remember who it is?
That's a you guys conversation.
Then there's also the Ms. Marvel one that's out there being filmed. Ms. Marvel was supposed to be released this year. And I guess it's going to have to come out for Q1 next year.
So why
okay.
switch?
So, yeah, it doesn't make sense unless Ms. Marvel's going to show up in Doctor Strange, and they didn't want her to show up before the movie came out. Or there's implications in Ms. Marvel for Doctor Strange.
Yeah, because they don't have a pandemic to blame it on this time. I mean, it's still there, but, like,
Yeah.
it's not screwing up everything as
Oh,
much
Is
as
the
it
Rare
was.
Union is threatening to go on strike? They're not the writers. The other one. The
Stage
people.
crew.
Yeah.
I know John Deere's on strike.
John
Are they
Deere's on
related?
strike.
Sort
Do
of.
they do any tractor work in
Yeah.
Marvel?
Pulling the sets.
That could be it then.
That's it. Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting, too, because Book of Boba debuts December 29th. So I don't know if this is Disney's way of saying, hey, ease off the Marvel gas pedal. We're going to start pushing back down on the Star Wars gas pedal. Because it's supposed to go Book of Boba and then Mandalorian Season 3. Plus you have the Kenobi series debuting next year. And then there's supposed to be the Ahsoka and Andor series. Andor wrapped. Kenobi wrapped.
Yeah.
Mandalorian 3's filming.
But you don't have any Star Wars movies in the shoot.
There's
Do you?
one. It's a Patty Jenkins Rogue One. No.
The High
Rogue
Republic.
Squadron.
Did they cancel the High Republic?
That was a book series.
Oh, I thought they were making a movie.
Oh,
on
that
it.
was the Acolyte thing.
Yeah.
I think that's I don't think they started anything on that. I don't think they started anything on the Patty Jenkins project either.
Okay.
I know Kenobi wrapped, Andor wrapped, Boba's actually ready to air end of December. It airs 2 days before New Year's Eve. And then Kenobi and Andor are ready to be going too. So I don't know if they're like giving you a break from Marvel to give you the Star Wars stuff or what.
Again, without Star Wars movies to dice in there, I don't know why they would do that.
Yeah.
Well, they've built their Star Wars universe in Disney Plus now.
I was just gonna say it's just Disney Plus, yeah.
But
So
I
I don't know if there's a crossover or anything.
So when it comes to Darth Maul movie, it would have to be a prequel set movie, I guess.
It could be after what's it called?
Unless they retcon Rebels.
Could be after Solo.
Yes, with the Crimson Dawn.
Yeah.
Unless they retcon Rebels.
Yeah.
If they retcon Rebels, you could do something during like the Luke era.
Possibly, yeah. Or you could do it right prior to Rebels.
Well, there was supposed to be a Solo 2.
Solo 2, yeah.
Was there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
But
the first one wasn't so well taken.
The first one wasn't bad.
Yeah, the first one wasn't that bad. It's just
It came after The Last Jedi.
Yeah, just the timing of that one was very problematic.
People were already angry and picking on things, and they just kept going.
Yeah, and they had a bunch of production issues.
That was another.
They had the two guys that did the Lego movie at first, and then they brought in Ron Howard to finish it.
And they re-shot everything, and then rumors were flying around that what's his name couldn't act, and it was.
And you haven't seen him in anything since.
Nope.
So that's rough for his career.
Yeah.
But the Marvel shift seems a little weird because they really feel like they're hitting the gas on this multiverse shit. There's a big spoiler floating around on the internet right now about the Eternals and their post-credit scene because nobody who goes to a premiere can keep their goddamn mouth shut.
Beat him with a stick. Like, you just put that person down.
I don't think any of you guys in this room would care.
Probably
I
not.
don't know what it is.
I
also don't, but...
stumbled upon it.
I know what happens.
See,
What
that's...
happens? I want to know what Gibby says.
Black Widow shows up. It's fucking crazy.
Is that your ticket for today, huh? Black Widow, huh? Black
think
Widow
so.
jokes, that's it? I luckily don't spend a whole lot of time on social medias at all, so... The bad thing is I miss out on trailers in general, but in this case, I'm missing out on...
You're like...
Yeah.
You're like Jess when I go to a movie. She gets excited for what's on the big screen, and I'm like, I had to search for that trailer.
For all the trailers that come through before the movie. Yeah.
She's like, they're making a movie about that? I'm like, yeah, they had that out like 3 months ago.
No, because I'll sit there too and like see the trailer like, oh, that looks pretty good.
She got stoked about Ghostbusters Afterlife. She's like, oh, I think I know what this is. I was like, I totally know what it is. And she's like, wait, was that the logo? And I'm like, yes, this is the Ghostbusters movie they're making.
Actually, in that same thing, like I had heard, we probably talked about the fact that they were going to do a reboot.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen the trailer, so when I saw the trailer of it, I was like, hey, that's pretty neat. Yeah, all right. I mean, let's go. You're gonna throw some cheap throwbacks in there.
Oh,
and bring Bill Murray's gonna be a part of shit, and like you're gonna do all those kind of fan service things. But whatever, it's gonna be an all right movie. Probably.
I just, it brings a new level of viewing a movie at the movie theater to me, where I get to experience her excitement for seeing it the first time, as opposed to mine that had died out 3 months ago when I saw it for the first time.
See, that's because social media is killing your soul. Facebook should go back down and stay down.
You're not wrong, but I would still look for it on YouTube.
Fucking white
That's
trash.
right.
By word of mouth. Because somebody somewhere would be like, hey, did you see this new trailer? She didn't know there was another Matrix movie coming out.
Oh, did you see the new Batman trailer?
Yes.
That came
Well,
out 2 days ago?
I made her watch that, and she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, DC fandoms tonight, which we should probably talk about on this show. And I was like, there's the new Batman trailer. And she's like, Ben Affleck's doing this shit again? And I'm like, oh, God, you haven't paid attention.
See, at least
to anything.
I'm good that far. That I know that they got rid of that in Robert Pattinson,
Yeah.
Patterson, Patton Doogie. The vampire.
He wasn't that... So did you see it?
I did. I watched it today.
I heard good things. I did not. Again,
First and foremost, Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
Yeah.
If they didn't tell you that's who that was, you'd have no fucking clue it was Colin Farrell. The Riddler being the primary villain.
Which we knew about since the first one.
Do you think this is an adaptation of Hush? The comic run?
That is a good point. I don't think so.
I feel like it might be, but without calling him Hush. The Riddler ends up being Hush. But it's... like a reformed Riddler. Like it's a different version of the Riddler.
Yeah.
He's not. It's like if Tony ran around and stopped doing puns.
Oh,
And they're like, oh, who's this new villain? And he takes the mask off, like, you didn't make one single pun this whole time. How was I supposed to know it was you?
I feel they're going more Zodiac Killer Riddler.
I did get the Long Halloween vibe out of it. Like, it felt a little bit like that. But they showed Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman.
This is my issue, based off this trailer. It doesn't digress from the Batman theory, like the Batman fundamental movie plotline. You have Batman, he goes after Penguin. I'm assuming this is how the movie's going to go down. It's going to be Batman going after Penguin.
Yeah. Well, there was an interview with Colin Farrell that said he doesn't have much screen time.
So again, Batman goes after Penguin.
Yeah, like early on out the gate.
Exactly. Bruce gets hurt. That's when Alfred makes his remark.
Apparently your mic's low.
What about now? Okay, there we go. That's a lot better.
I didn't read it to him because I thought maybe he's in front of the computer. And
Well, he's making eye contact.
Yeah.
Which is appreciated.
Oh, that's fair. I was actually staring that way.
So, anyway, it's going to go Batman fights Penguin.
Yeah.
Batman gets injured while fighting Penguin.
Yeah.
Recovering injury. Riddler appears. He gets beat by the Riddler. Catwoman comes in. Love triangle with Catwoman.
That's pretty
Beats
cool.
Riddler. Done.
How do you feel about Andy Serkis as Alfred?
I like it.
Okay. You know who Andy Serkis is? He did Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Claw from Black Panther. The only white guy in Black Panther that wasn't the other white guy. It's a 50-50 shot for you, man. The white guy with a beard.
The one
one
that
that
wasn't
died?
in Sherlock.
Yep. Yes, that one. He's the new Alfred. So, kind of piggybacking off that Batman trailer.
Man.
Yeah.
There was another. So this is how disorganized DC is compared to Marvel. Like when Marvel shows up D23, they're going to give you either just logos or fucking trailers. They walked up and said, "Hey, nothing's finished yet, but here's like the minute we have finished," and put some editing on. So they dropped a first look at The Flash with Ezra Miller. Now, I made Jess watch that, and she's like, "I don't get it. Why are you so excited about the man talking?" And I'm like, "You not recognize that voice? Did you see it?"
No, I did not see it.
So there's a narration over the entire Flash sneak peek,
Yeah.
and it's Michael Keaton.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh.
It's Michael Keaton doing the narration. And at the end, she sees Batman, and she goes, "Oh, so this is where you're bringing back Ben Affleck." I'm like, "No, Ben Affleck, it's not him." It's like the entire narration was Michael Keaton. It's Michael Keaton's Batman. So I was excited about that. They're doing the Flashpoint movie, so they're diving right into time travel out the fucking gate. Yeah, right out the fucking gate. They said, and the shitty thing is, if they were good at what they did, they would have had a multiverse before Marvel got to their multiverse. Marvel has now beat them to the multiverse, and they will forever be compared to Marvel's multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't they do the multiverse first with the TV show with the Flash and Arrow and
Yeah, but nobody pays attention to those anymore.
Well, that's what I was saying. If they had their shit together, they could have
Okay.
rebooted in that storyline, like gone a different way, instead of like doing the whole, "Oh, Marvel has Avengers, let's bring in the Justice League."
Actually, it depends on how they start off Flashpoint.
If they bring in
Flash.
Grant Gustin from that scene,
Yes, that if they tie
They
that
win.
scene in, then it's going to beat Marvel hand down, because then they're going, well, look at this overall arching arc.
but that arrogance of that studio.
CW.
Not CW. I feel like the people who run the CW superheroes have their shit together better than the people who run the movies. The movies are going to ignore it. Because the creators, because Kevin Smith did an interview with the creators of the CW cast, and was basically, how the hell did you make this happen? And they're like, we got Ezra Miller just to shoot against the green screen. And got Grant to shoot against the green screen.
It was Ezra Miller. He fought for it.
Yep.
He had to, he had to pull a lot of strings to get that to happen, because he wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah. But I don't see that happening on his set. Like, on the flip side. I don't see the movie studios going, yep, we'll bring in Grant. Because they made two, in the little first look at it, they had two other Flashes in the scene. Both Ezra Miller. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
curious, what DC? I know it's the
Flash
Flash
is the guy that runs
Arrow.
fast.
I know that,
okay.
but what else?
Just
Is
help
there
me
any
out.
others than just those two?
Your
Black Lightning.
favorite Black Lightning.
Black Lightning's? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Black Lightning's DC.
You were an avid fan of it on this show for years.
I watched it the first 3 seasons.
Stargirl, DC's Legends of Tomorrow's.
Oh, DC.
Constantine got drug in. That was an NBC show at first.
Keanu?
Keanu
No,
Reeves.
they went with the one from the NBC show.
No, Keanu, I'm out.
Technically,
It's in the multiverse. If you look at HBO Max, they consider it in the DC multiverse.
technically, Watchmen is DC.
Yeah, Watchmen or DC.
Big
Are you
Blue
talking about
Dick.
shows that are on CW?
I'm just talking about the multiverse thing.
the universes they could pull from type of deal?
No,
Well-
just what's already currently in it.
Oh. Well, yeah, so again, where they could
Everything?
pull from.
So if you're looking at it from a movie perspective, nothing's in it.
Well, no, I'm just talking about the TV
If you're looking from a
series.
TV perspective, they
Yeah.
brought literally everything in it. They had the guy who played
Oh.
Arliss come back and be his reporter role from the 1989 Batman for like a 30-second scene. They went and got Kevin Conroy, who did the
So
voice.
they even tied in some of the movies.
Oh yeah,
They
they went and got the voice actor who did Batman the animated series for so many years to play Batman in their crossover event. Like these guys are like the nerdiest of the nerds that made the shows
Yeah,
and went out and grabbed whatever resources they could.
interesting.
They knocked on DC's door and said, "Give us contact," and if they want
Yeah.
to do it, tell us because
They-
we want everyone a part of this.
They brought the Superman in from Smallville.
Yeah.
That actor.
They brought-
Wasn't that in like the 90s?
Yeah,
Small.
Smallville
late,
was
late
early
90s.
2000s.
Yeah, they went and got
Jesus
fucking.
Christ. Supergirl?
Oh, what was that series that lasted for like a year, but everybody loved? It was the female hero.
Supergirl?
Night something.
Night Terror? Nightwing? Nightwing, Doc?
They went and got
Nightcall.
an obscure fucking show that got canceled after one series and put her in it.
Lady of the Night.
They went and grabbed as many fucking characters as they could. So the
Nightcat.
show gave a lot of love and care to fans, whereas I think the movie's going to fail. And that's all speculation off of 1 minute of footage because you had an opportunity to do multiple flashes, and you made them both Ezra Miller behind your back.
Yeah, so to be real,
Well, maybe they didn't have the thing shot yet, so they just green screen dubbed it over. You don't know?
it's
You
probably
don't
gonna be-
know!
it's
Maybe it was a mirror he was looking in.
We'll wait for the Snyder Cut.
Maybe
It's gonna be a big letdown until they're like, "Oh no, we had more footage." Start making phone calls like, "Hey, can you film something real quick?"
I just wanted to know, is Sonic in it?
No.
Yes.
He should be, but no.
But also the other takeaway I'm getting is like,
They're coming out with
It's-
Sonic 2, aren't they?
Yeah,
it sounds like this is not going to be a film potentially then for like the casual fan.
Probably not.
If they're
Oh, no,
pulling
it
that
will
many
be.
obscure things, like,
Probably not.
Well,
I
no,
mean, I'm not
so
saying-
the only thing they've pulled for the movie so far is Michael Keaton.
oh, okay, because I mean, I'm not saying like a casual fan couldn't enjoy it, but they're just not going to get the same pop.
No. Well,
Type
I
of
mean, I
deal.
feel like at least with what they teased in their 1 minute is you're going to get the pop from Michael Keaton. Because a lot of us have seen the Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah, but
And
like,
the biggest thing with Flashpoint is Batman does have a huge role in the movie or in the comic role in itself.
he's a big
But
deal.
it's Thomas Wayne. It's not Bruce.
Exactly.
Who
So-
was played by, as Jared pointed out, Jeffrey Dean Morgan
Oh.
in the Joker? No, the Batfleck version.
I don't- but otherwise, it sounds like if that can't be the biggest pop. Like they got to get something else because you gave away the biggest pop.
It's gonna be in the ending. The biggest
Oh,
pop
yeah.
is gonna be in the ending when they decide to go off the rails when it comes to the comic story, and if they do it right, this
giving
is
them a
how they
lot of
reboot
credit.
the DC universe.
Have you seen DC movies?
It's-
They don't do that.
It's a shame because like they've got one of the best comic writers that are involved with this. Jeff Johns is a part of this, and he made the amazing Aquaman reboot in the comics, and the Green Lantern run is phenomenal. I think Flash has the potential to be the reset button for DC if done properly.
Again,
Because there's
yeah.
rumor that Ben Affleck might be in it as well.
Jess will be so happy.
She will. She'll be like, "Oh, then finally!"
See, told you
I
there
knew
he
he
is.
was gonna
There's
be
my
there.
Batman!
Yeah, but have you seen a DC movie? They don't do
No.
these things right.
They don't have a Kevin Feige, and this is the same problem with Star Wars, to wrangle everything in.
Mm-hmm.
DC fandom did end up showing more clips because nothing's finished. They showed 30 seconds of Black Adam with The Rock.
hell's that?
I always thought he was a Shazam villain. I don't know too much about
Oh,
Black
he's a
Adam.
villain.
He's an anti-hero.
Oh, one of those things.
But he was a straight up fucking villain. Since The Rock's playing him, he's an anti-hero. But he's taking on the Justice League of America, which is good guys. And Pierce Brosnan is Dr. Fate. And they announced the rest of the cast. But they show, like, maybe 15 seconds of Black Adam arriving on Earth and killing a guy.
Damn, it didn't take long.
Not at all. He grabs a guy by, like, the throat, lifts him up, and then turns him to ash.
Snapped him.
Yeah.
He got snapped.
Pop, pop.
And that's... I don't remember any other news that came out of DC Fandom. I remember those three... Oh, they showed... it might be in your gaming news segment.
My gaming news segment.
You have nothing on DC? Well, then I'll save it for when we get to gaming news. There are 2 notes that came out of DC Fandom that would be in gaming news.
Let's talk about the stuff I did last week.
I don't think you talked about DC.
I did.
Suicide Squad?
Suicide? No, it wasn't Suicide
Gotham
Squad.
Knights?
It was a fighting game and the comic book game.
Wasn't those 2.
Yeah.
So stick around. We've got some stuff for gaming news. That'll kind of sum it up for our comic book talk because the Marvel Cinematic Universe has shifted dates. Doctor Strange will now be in May instead of March.
That's what we're talking about.
And I'm sure we'll talk more about it as we get closer, especially after we all see Spider-Man No Way Home, except for this guy. He won't see it. And we'll probably have stuff to talk about after the Eternals because I don't want to spoil it for anybody in the chat room. I know you guys, most of you guys down here probably wouldn't give 2 shits. Or know what the fucking spoiler meant.
Exactly.
Anyway, with that being said, it's time...
Chicken sweaters.
The chicken... Oh, you want to talk about the chicken
Yes,
sweaters?
I do want to talk about chicken sweaters.
So, while we have you here for a moment, we have a sponsored segment right now.
We don't even have a prototype ready. Like, nothing's ready yet.
Chicken sweaters.
This is the opportunity to
Why
be
can't we see
our
the
first
chat?
investor.
They might be blowing up our chat demanding the chicken sweaters.
Also-
We have no idea.
Also, again, a real bullet point to put out is the fact that we are pivoting to chicken hats. And
You
by
gotta
that
start
we
with
mean
chicken
hats.
sweaters.
Hold on.
You ruined the hype.
Hold on. Time out. Let's reverse. Chicken sweaters. We mean sweaters for chickens. Because, little did you know, fun fact, Google it, check it out. Iowa is the #1 leading producer of chicken, or grower of chicken. They have chickens in Iowa, the most in the U.S.
For my chickens.
We're not there yet.
This man's been plugging this shit since 2011.
We have 33 more minutes. Calm down.
So, 2 things I know about Iowa. 1, they have chickens. 2, it gets cold.
You've lived there for like 20-some years. You only know 2 things about Iowa?
I drink a lot
There's
of those
dirt. There's dirt. There's
There's dirt in
roads.
Jersey. There's
There's
roads in
people.
Jersey.
Look, I thought I knew things about Iowa until I found out they're chickens.
It looks
They're
like
#1 in chickens.
It sounded like you were just looking out the
Jarrett,
window.
hold
And listening.
on. We're getting there, Jarrett. Just wait.
There's corn.
Okay, so first off, thought was chicken sweaters. Sweaters for the chicken. Everybody loves getting sweaters for the dogs because they love their dogs. What about a chicken? Chickens get cold. Turns out Google's like, don't do it. They overheat. It's bad for them. So, pivot move, hats for chickens. Cute little knitted hats for chickens. There's 150 million chickens in Ohio, Indiana,
How about a
and
leash?
Iowa.
He's still in pitch mode.
So therefore, 150 million chickens right there if we just get a little sliver of it.
Walk their
Little
chicken.
sliver. Who wants a little cute hat for the chicken for their Insta? Everybody? For the gram? Yes. Also, what's better than a little knitted hat for your chicken? Boots that match the hat. Jarrett, that's where it is. Not shoes, chicken boots, man.
Booties.
Booties are everywhere.
So, that being said, anybody know how to crochet? Because they have to be hand knitted by, preferably like a 90-year-old old woman.
So that there's a bunch of love in
Jess
there.
knows how to do
Yes.
it. She's not 90, but, you know, she's got a...
She's
In spirit,
she's close.
she is.
Can we
She's got an
age
old
her?
There she
soul.
is.
Can we age her up?
I mean, she's doing that herself. It's fine.
Okay. See? There you go. So, we will be releasing a line, and by the way, this...
What about chicken Uggs? We can call them Chugs.
No.
Or Nugs.
Chucks.
Nugs.
No. What? No.
Chicken Nugs.
No!
Chicken Nugs!
No.
No, you breaded Kerbin's stupid dad joke. Chicken Nugs it is! It's in! You create these monsters.
That's right.
The thing about the bread emoji is it can go any way. It could be a support, it could be anti... It is
Nah,
universal.
You're giving them the bread, man.
The bread is universal. Anyway,
That's a good thing.
so...
Damn.
Ask Oliver Twist.
Stay tuned for us releasing a chicken booty and hat line coming in December 2037.
Chicky Nugs! For your feet.
Also, we're taking investors now, so please donate.
Yeah, please tell your friends.
Chicky
Donate, help us
Nugs.
bring this product to life.
This year's Gameathon is going towards Chicky Nugs.
Chicky Nugs. Uggs for your chickens.
I had to say it that way just because.
Yes, Jared.
it's
Yes,
Dace's
you do.
But
No.
hey, if
No.
it's Uggs for their necks, Chicky Nugs makes more sense.
Okay,
That's right.
yes.
Gizzards.
But no, not more merch for you unless you're going to knit them. Because again, these got to be hand knitted hats and booties.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a website like Click Option.
No, we need an Etsy page and 75, 90-year-old old ladies to knit these.
Yeah, from
I
Asia.
want it.
Like, we need a line of them.
They're the most efficient.
Yes. Preferably not in any sort of chamber. Make sure they have places to go.
We'll give them a fan.
Yeah.
I've seen that's all they want from the TV shows I've watched.
Glass partitioning, because COVID's still a deal.
Oh, are we going to do this on Etsy? I do not have an Etsy account under Dace Man.
That's
not even my email.
He's got one. It's just not under Dace Man.
Okay.
I don't have an Etsy account in general unless I bought something that routed me through Etsy. You have an Etsy account?
Yeah, of course I do.
Why?
You gotta put in your password.
No, we don't do that.
You gotta say your password out loud.
Yeah. I cannot
You really
believe
have
you
a
have.
fucking-
Well, it's unconfirmed. It's
Why?
unconfirmed.
Why?
He doesn't have a for
Have
real
you tried
Etsy
to
account.
sell things? Do you steal our ideas we come up with on Tuesdays and try to make crafts?
Selling Etsy,
I mean,
baby.
it's not a bad idea.
Like these assholes had this chicken nugget idea.
Chicken.
Chicken sweaters do
Hat.
exist.
Chicken hat.
It's a chicken hat costume for a baby.
Hats for
Oh,
chicken.
Oh
my
my god! There's a chicky nug ornament.
Chicken nug ornament. I like it.
Oh fuck! There was a crochet hat for a rooster.
Yeah, scan down.
Oh my god!
Crochet
$5.
chicken hat.
$5 goddamn dollars.
Well, we got
$5. It's
Undercut
already
'em.
out there. The
Four-
$4.50 right there for the one right next to it.
$4.25.
What's
Undercut
this?
them.
Keep going. There's another one. $5. All right, we're gonna have some.
But we were talking about
stiff,
booties.
Stiff competition.
Okay.
Stiff competition.
Can we get for real?
Chicky
The
Uggs.
amount of yarn in that little hat,
It's now $5
we could sell that for $1 and still be making probably 100% profit.
easily.
Just saying.
I want you. I will give it to you for free if you send me the video of you trying to put this on a chicken.
Is that Shannon's sweatshop? Did she already get a bunch of old ladies tied together?
Shannon is way
Fuck
up on
Shannon.
this.
Man, she's way
Way
ahead
up
of
on
us.
this.
Way ahead of us.
Shannon is
And
totally...
you're welcome for the
Four-
free plug.
Can you
Hold
see
up,
what
hold
else
up,
she's
hold up.
selling?
Hold up.
4,000 sales? Are you serious?
You had a great idea.
What the fuck?
Ooh, select the color.
If you buy one of these before we market them,
What the fuck?
I don't have a chicken. Why?
Hold on. Actually, hold on. Can we
you
take this
hit
moment?
a market.
Hold on,
Wait a minute. Can you
hold
go
on,
up?
hold on.
No,
Hold
time
on.
out. Can you go
No,
back?
I'm timing out. Time out, you're time out.
Can you look up chicken boots now? Because now I'm really curious.
Okay, fine. As you're going through this, since you can't see what's on the screen, we're going through Etsy right now,
And we can't see you.
and we're... That's true. If you're talking, Jarrett, sorry. The more important takeaway is when I first pitched the sweater idea, Dace's response was, who the fuck has
Chicken hat
chickens?
again.
I know one person in South Jersey that has chickens.
And my response was, the world
neighbor
is
has
bigger
chickens.
than
And
Jersey.
he's not happy.
And then I Googled chicken
What
statistics.
the fuck is that?
It's a tutu.
The
On a
point
chicken?
is, 10. Wait, is that?
$16.99 for a fucking chicken
It
tutu?
might be total sales for their shop.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that?
I don't
that's
think
not
it's
just chicken
10,000
tutus.
sales for their chicken tutus.
But otherwise,
Well,
what
can
I've
you go
learned
to their
today,
shop and then just click on something else?
the chicken market is an untapped market. Also, I've learned something new. I've learned a lot of things.
Is that the only thing they're selling?
An egg apron,
Wait, there's other... Okay.
chicken saddles.
I could go
Oh,
for
we've
some
been
chicken
doing this for our
salad.
entire lives.
What the fuck is... Just click on another one, see if it's got 10,000 in there. Is it literally... You're
Okay.
right. I think it's the whole... Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same number.
But still, 10,000 sales, like that's... If you're just making a side project or you have like crochets...
Jess.
Remember how we told Jess to get an Etsy page?
Yeah.
Fucking get an Etsy page!
Why not? She's got a bunch of shit to sell back there. She just sits it in a box. If you're watching, get your ass moving so I can stay home.
Exactly!
Yeah, fish are our friends, not food.
Who said that?
Jared before Cheever went and
Cheever just keeps
fucking
making
closes
us
the chat.
disappear, yeah.
Like, oh, we haven't looked at the chat in 10 minutes. Let's still not look at it.
I'll
See,
if
the
Jess
pro-
is
you
on.
want to know why Jess doesn't have an Etsy page yet? is because we're fighting over the name of what she should call her Etsy page.
Oh, God.
And she wants to call it Jess's Creations. And I was like,
Aw.
there's probably 3,000 fucking Jesses that have creations. You need to get a little bit more clever.
Well, she's going to only have one S.
And she's like, Simply Jess. And I'm like, there's probably 3,000 Jesses that say Simply Jess. You need to be a little bit more creative.
Sassy? Spicy?
Yes. Like, at least with the Dace Man Show, there's a lot of Daces out there, but none of them as arrogant as me to call themselves the Dace Man. That's why it worked.
The Dace Man Etsy page.
Well, she apparently has some weird nickname that she does with her sister that I'll say off air because I don't know if she wants that public. It's fucking weird. I don't know why they call themselves this because it's really nasty.
I like it.
Her sister is
But you want that
scary.
to be her name?
But it's creative. That was the point I'm trying to make. It's like you came up with this. Be a little bit more creative because she just wants to write her name Jess in cursive.
Why can't you just do Basement Protocols?
She could.
Just bring it on the show?
She's actually going to make a bunch of stuff for the Game-a-thon for us to give away with everything. That'll also give away... Like, I also told her she needs to put a card in there so she can start making stuff. She sold stuff. She sold it at the dollar store or wherever the fuck she works.
She just, like, put it out at the register
She
or
brings a
something?
box and goes, hey, you want an ashtray? And people go, all right, because a lot of crackheads over there. So they buy it. She can make a killing. We just fight over the fucking title of what it's going to be called.
Jess's stuff sold. Just go with it. Who cares?
But
I don't
it's
think
just
people
like...
are paying that much attention to the goddamn store name in Etsy. Now, if she's doing,
I am.
if she's doing it on a
If you
website,
try to Google it and 30,000 fucking Jess's stores come up, she's not going to be number one.
can you Google?
If you put this weird-ass nickname her sister came up with, she'll be number one and then get confused with a couple porn sites.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
But do people actually search specific
Well, I mean, I assume, like...
stores in Etsy?
If you were to pitch your store, you'd probably say Etsy /
Jess's stuff.
store name.
Yeah.
Because that would be my only question. I didn't actually think you could actually...
She's sold
Cheer-
shit for
have you-
16 bucks.
Or...
Have you ever met the internet, Cheever?
No, he hasn't. He's fucking retarded. Like, flat out, he's retarded. Okay, leave him alone.
Hey, it's not Ask Jeeves. He doesn't know what to do.
He's our...
You just click the little button. It guides you when you do Dash Chiefs. I love it.
Alright. You gotta hire at least one of them for your company, you know?
But, alright.
It's how you get more funding from the government.
But look, if we could come up with a creative name for her shop, she's ready to go. She has like 100 fucking things she's built back there, and they're actually pretty neat. I'd never buy it because like, but this is the type of shit that shows up in loot crates and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like the little Han Solo carbonite keychain, that's really cool. But I would never have went out and looked at it on my own.
No, so you make things like that, and then you pitch to, like, the loot crates of the world or something like that.
And
like,
they'll be like, all right, I want 1,000 of them.
and you're like, my hands don't work that fast.
Yeah.
Well, you take
A
50.
sword. What
The
the
ice
fuck are you
cube tray
buying?
only makes 6.
Jesus Christ.
What did he buy?
Bunch of crap.
Pins?
Yeah.
He's a pin guy. Yeah. All right, well, he's shopping as we go through here.
Yep.
And I'm going to make him stay on his toes, because now it's time for gaming news with Gibby.
Gibby.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Woo! And now we know why he will never have a spinoff.
Xbox.
I have one of those.
Game
too.
Pass continues to
We're
grow.
Xbox people.
Woo!
Continues to grow, but not as fast
Eric.
as Microsoft expected.
The Game Pass?
Yep.
Do people know you can upgrade your gold for $1? Which I still didn't check my subscription to make sure it
It's
lasted
probably
the full
30
year.
now. Yeah. Xbox Game Pass continues to grow, with new estimates pulling subscriber count close to 20 million subscribers as of June. Microsoft disclosed in its financial documents that Xbox Game Pass subscribers grew by an estimated 37% in the past 12 months, ending June 30th.
Oh, well, I'm not
That's
part
an
of
old
that.
study.
I'm not part of that statistic.
Same.
Well, it would have just released probably.
So we'll know about
Beginning of
Q3
this
next
month.
year.
Yeah.
Well, are we Q? Yeah.
Well, it's not.
Q4?
They're doing it for the past 12. My guess is their year-end must have happened
June.
at the end of June.
Okay.
So you figure it takes roughly 3 months usually before you get
Post results.
Yeah. But anyway, the target was they were expecting to grow by 48%. So it wasn't as so they basically missed it by 11%.
Well, had my PlayStation died sooner, I would have.
Well, do you think that's because of the supply chain issue? People aren't getting Xboxes, so they're not going to get the Game Pass.
Well,
They were behind the game on
I'm
Gen
actually
4.
getting it. I'm actually confused on this because somebody brought up a good point to me on this whole supply chain issue.
Go
And
on.
I wonder if it's actually a supply chain issue because it might not actually be a supply chain
Well, it's
issue.
a dock issue, isn't it?
I think it's part of it.
I think the issue is
That
actually
is part of it, though.
a demand issue. Because like
People
our
want more?
sales are fucking ridiculous.
Compared to what? Last year? Last year's a bad
any
year.
any other year.
So wait, are you saying there's not enough demand, so they're trying to
No, our
force the demand?
There's
No,
so
not
much
for you.
There's so much demand out there that
Oh.
we can't import quick enough.
Oh, so like supply could be the same. Say just whatever let's say you bring in 1 million units every year. It's been 1 million units.
Yeah.
You're still bringing in 1 million, but all of a sudden your demand jumped to.
So
2 million.
So
2
that
million.
the point that they brought up, which is I thought was kind of crazy, is in 2012
18? 19? When the world was going to
or
end.
whatever, somewhere's around there, the longshoremen went on strike.
Okay.
Right, so the port shut down at that point because unions.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Yeah.
luck fucking with the unions.
Hollywood would know about that soon.
Yeah.
Sign us for Netflix.
But it only took them less than 8 months to claw their way out of that backlog.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is how are we still in this backlog? Like it's got to be something else that's really driving it.
Well,
And
When
like I
did the
said,
backlog start?
when did the backlog start? Basically, when we started reopening.
We haven't been open for 8 months.
We've been open for about
Officially,
a
probably
year.
3 months.
well,
If you look at it from like a California standpoint, which has all the docks,
They're not even open yet.
well,
3 months.
the docks never really closed.
But I mean, like the restrictions and stuff in California didn't stop until June. I mean, realistically, our
Well,
stuff
no,
didn't
their
start
docks,
till May.
their docks were open. The docks were only really under restriction for about 6 months, if that.
Okay.
The docks are one of the first things to reopen because that's
but-
considered
But still,
high risk or high priority or whatever for the country.
It makes
'Cause
sense. Food comes through that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's where I mean if that dock stays shut down for too long, I mean we're just fucked as a nation because that's where probably wouldn't surprise me if it's something obscene like 60-70% of all our shit comes through that.
yeah, but there's still backlog at the docks still anyway, though. Like, it's still there.
Yeah, it's like last time I checked, it was like 45 ships were at anchor.
Yes.
In
Right.
in the one port?
In LA.
This is LA.
Yeah,
This
so
is
I'm
just
saying
LA.
just in one port, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we actually had a meeting for work, talked about back order and shit, because we have a lot of back orders. And they were, like, out of the major ports in the U.S., there was over 100 ships anchored at port waiting to get in.
LA's got, like I said, 45,
Most
and I
of
know
them.
Savannah
Yeah.
had close to 20, which is by far the highest they've ever had.
Yeah, so, like,
And those
there's...
are the only 2 ports we use, so I don't know about the other ones.
Yeah, but so
Philly's
it's like
having
still
problems.
that means there is an issue in supply chain somehow or another,
Well, again,
unless
if the demand's that high and everyone's starting to, and it's because the problem is they've been running at max capacity. So we every month since they reopened, which has basically been almost a year now, they posted record numbers for the amount of containers that they've brought in. It doesn't make sense
okay,
as
I
into
get-
how we haven't gotten out of this backlog.
so you're
yet.
saying these hundreds of ships that are still at port, that's technically potentially maybe excess stuff that we normally wouldn't have needed if demand wasn't this
my
high.
company's reordered multiple. I think we reordered close to $50 million.
But
That's stuff
that's
that we weren't even planning on doing this year that we just had to do.
right. So that's what you're saying is that this could be extra shit, and therefore it overloaded the system.
Correct, because demand's so high.
50 million that was needed, or 50 million as a padding?
Over.
Because I work in
Over.
a industry that will order the 50 million thinking they need it, but they didn't.
Well, and see, I feel
No,
like
we're way over.
I feel like
mean, our sales
that-
are through the roof right
I feel
now.
like that might be part of it. So
I think it's
it-
everything, but it just
It's
can
an interesting.
yeah.
It's an. Like I said, I heard about it and it's like,
can I give a theory?
Go ahead.
I got a theory. It kind of ties it all in. All right. So first off, you start with a massive shortage.
Yeah.
Everything shut down. People.
I know, couldn't get toilet paper.
Everybody. Yeah. So no, exactly. So everybody panics. All of a sudden now, instead of wanting one bag of toilet paper, people are buying 6 packs of toilet paper. Instead of wanting one toothbrush, you're buying 7 toothbrushes. So in other words, that's why the demand could have skyrocketed because people are stupid, and instead of wanting one PS5, they buy 25 because they want to resell them. But like,
Those are just greedy bastards.
yeah, but you get inflated demand off of that. So like, people are stockpiling. Like, I'm running into it with customers I talk to, who, let's just say filters. They need filters. Filters aren't the problem, but so instead of just buying what they normally need, they're ordering double so they can prepare. So if everybody's ordering double, that's what you're saying. The demand totally doubled because people are freaking out and trying to stock up to beat the shortage. And the irony is that you're creating the shortage by doing it.
It's going to be cheap in a year.
Yeah, so that would be the other way.
Overstock.com.
That could be
Everybody's
true.
going to have too much shit. So
Could be true.
don't buy your Christmas gifts
We're getting ready to have a
this year.
shit ton of toilets in our DC soon. So.
Shop Ollie's now! Or whatever the fuck it's called. Big Bob's Discounts.
But on that note, everybody wants a
Ollie's
chicken
is
hat.
one too, yeah.
Yeah. In a year, you're going to have all kinds of shit. You're like, this is a good deal. Who cares if it says 2020
That's a good
on
point. Yeah, if it is
Yeah.
people just preemptively buying.
Be my guess. Is everybody was freaking out, so people like
I bet
DCs,
you some stuff is that way, but some stuff probably isn't.
DCs are doubling
Yeah.
up on orders to make sure they have it.
Mhm.
And then
I know it's the problem we're having. We're being accused of hoarding, and we're just stupid.
You fucking hoarder.
Yeah. It's like, oh, why do you have 3,000 there?
because your purchasing department sucks.
We didn't know what we were doing. We've had 3,000 there for a long time. We weren't hoarding it.
Talking about things selling out quickly.
You?
Xbox Series X fridge
Oh.
You didn't get the fridge?
What
sells
do I fucking do with it?
sells out immediately. So it was released today and it was sold out within minutes.
So,
Apparently the reviews got bombed, and I'm assuming it's because now there is a massive scalper markup.
well, that's how everything has been with this next gen con.
Yeah.
So
And this is a system you can actually play games off of, right? It
it's
works
just a
both-
fucking fridge.
Oh, I didn't
That
know
looks like an Xbox. It's
I didn't know that.
$100
That's not
dollars.
interesting at all.
You can't play games off the fridge?
That's not interesting at all.
No, it's just a fucking fridge. It looks like an Xbox. It has the green glow to it when you open it.
Oh, that's neat.
It has the
Change the
emblem.
goddamn bulb in your fridge.
It's got the Xbox
Paint
emblem
your fridge
on it.
black and
It's
change the bulb.
And it's just a fucking mini fridge.
Oh.
It looks cool, I won't lie. But there's no fucking
It's really cool. I
way.
kind of want one, but like, it's just a fucking fridge.
way. Like, it's sold out. Apparently, it was selling in Target. Didn't
Okay.
last long. Didn't last long at all.
So this
Alright.
comment about NFTs, we've talked about NFTs on here, but from a WWE standpoint and trying to understand why they're a thing, I will kick myself in 10 years when I go, God damn it, I should have bought that NFT. We're all living in Ready Player One.
That's right.
Not to sidetrack too far, but there was something, I don't remember the full name. It was like Duck.
Hunt?
Duck, duck, go.
No, it was like Duck Babies or some shit. Like, it was an NFT mixed with a cryptocurrency
Okay.
where you had to buy their
There's
cryptocurrency.
several cryptocurrencies now that are trying to tie themselves with NFTs.
Yeah, so it was like a cryptocurrency where you had to buy their egg coin or whatever the fuck it was, and you use the egg coins to buy eggs that hatch ducks, and each duck is an NFT. And if you get the rare NFT, then you can sell it. Like, it was a total fucking
to the moon!
cycle. Yeah.
There's actually a crypto now that you can buy into that I guess is like, it's almost like a stock at that point because it's tied into artwork, which is fucking weird.
I'm not shocked because they sold that Charlie Bit My Finger video as an NFT.
Yeah.
And it went for a ridiculous price, which I really wish we had a viral video back then that gets money cashed in 10 years later.
Can you sell Dace and the Snowman NFT?
And we should.
Should.
I don't know how, but we can't. Well, we basically just give them exclusive rights to do whatever they want with the video.
I mean, it's only like 10,000 views, but like, you know, it's
Yeah,
something.
you take it.
Not take it.
You give
gotta
me
pay
10,
us.
buy
You gotta
it.
pay us.
You give me $10. It's more than YouTube ever gave me. for the
$20.
fucking thing.
Gave us $10,000, a dollar for every view.
Give me $1. It's more than YouTube gave me for it. Probably ran a bunch of ads through and made money off of it.
Damn
but,
right they did. But we'll see what happens.
Password is DA.
I have an NFT.
Halo co-creator joins EA new startup studio working on a new first-person shooter game.
I saw that. Who is the studio behind Halo?
Bungie.
Bungie.
Which eventually Microsoft. See, originally when it original co-creator, it was not a Microsoft studio, but
Okay.
Microsoft eventually did buy them out. So that's
I
why
think
it's...
by Halo 3 they fought them.
I was going to say ODST, which is right before 3,
Yeah, that's right.
I
yeah.
believe. If I'm not... But I don't think they had any play in ODST. I think they bought it out right before release. But yeah.
Because Bill Gates was at the Halo 3 launch in Washington.
Correct.
Yeah, and he was like, "Here's the first, sold the first."
Correct.
Yeah,
So
I have it queued up in my Game Pass to play.
let's play.
What?
I don't.
What one?
Hey, it's the Master Chief Collection.
It's actually pretty good. I mean, I actually liked it. It's because it's going to be remastered.
You know what game you would like that
Um,
probably shouldn't be talked about right now, but I thought about it? Slime Rancher.
I have it on Switch.
You should play it. Have you
I
played
tried it.
You didn't like it?
Jess's daughter loves it.
it? It's very calming.
She-
It's just,
Hogged the game, so I didn't really get to play it as much.
I think you'd enjoy it. It's very
It's kind of Minecraft-y.
kind of, but also just very relaxing. There's no real
Challenge.
challenge. It's very just calm. Like there's shit you can do,
Doug loves it.
and
Dog.
some of the slimes are annoying as fuck. But like
Yeah.
you get over that, you deal with it.
You might like
But-
Halo because if you liked Doom, right?
The only
Yeah.
downside is.
Yeah.
The only downside is you can't really beat the game per se, because like it's not the premise. Like again, like Minecraft, like
Mhm.
there's an
creative
end,
mode, yeah.
but at the point, like that's not really what you're supposed to be doing.
That's fair. I have played it. It's on my Switch. The kids go after it more than I do.
That's fair.
Well, let's just stick with Microsoft for a while.
Because we're Xbox
Minecraft.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Minecraft.
It's right at the
You
mic,
want
too.
to talk about Minecraft?
No.
Yeah,
What?
I'm over it.
Is it about the realms? Do they have a story about the realms?
there's
No,
new
the whole
blocks.
What, the wild
what's
update?
called? Yeah. You watched the what's called, right?
I fast forwarded through Minecraft Live.
Son of a bitch.
They have
dude,
their own
okay. One,
direct.
There's gonna be
yeah, they
Yeah.
they had
frogs.
they had Minecraft Live, and
Didn't-
one, I'm so glad I didn't.
Didn't
There's
seem
so
that
much
good.
bullshit and fluff in that. Like look,
That's all.
I
Of them.
understand.
That's all of them.
I understand you're supposed to like love your job.
I don't.
Oh, it's so painful to watch because like you know how fucking forced it is when there's like they're talking about something stupid like
Problem is with those type of things.
They are not camera people.
you don't need to hype up
Well,
how much like there was one I don't remember
even
what it
the
was now.
studio audience is probably just people that work there.
It was so stupid. There was something that like
That was the Smash Brothers one.
they made a comment about something and the lady that's hosting was like, it's just so beautiful, wonderful magic, you know, it just brings joy to everybody. I'm like, no!
Shut up,
It's
Carol
not that
HR.
big of a fucking deal.
Yeah.
But no, you want me to talk about it?
Oh, you're the one that talked about what's called. I mean, I've seen it. There's the Alayan
The-
mob or whatever. Alayan
okay,
mob,
well-
which is like a blue dragon thingy. I don't even. It look weird. I don't even know what exactly it is.
Okay, so yes, for your Minecraft Live update. First off, the Deep Dark, which was supposed to be a part of the Caves and Cliffs update, which got split into 2,
There you
is now
go.
technically split into 3. You're going to get your caves below your spawn and everything. So all new layers down below, down to Y negative 64, I think. Don't quote me on that. You'll get all that, but there's no Deep Dark in there. No Warden yet. That's coming in 2022. So whenever the Wild update comes in, that's when you get the Warden and the Deep Dark with the Deep Dark castles and the weird here's your move shit. So there's stuff down there that you have to wait for. But also coming in that update in 2022 is frogs. You'll get frogs. Yay, frogs!
Oh, I thought it was.
What?
I thought it was just come out in November.
No, the update coming out in November, December, they said 1 or 2 months,
Or just blocks.
is not even that. You already
Oh.
got the blocks. You're getting biomes.
You're getting the
So,
biomes,
like,
yeah.
Places to get the blocks.
Oh, you're not getting
like-
any of the creatures. That's not. Oh, I thought that was all part of this one.
No, nothing comes.
God damn it! I misread all this shit.
No, at least unless I misunderstood. But no,
Yeah.
that was all part of the Wild update that's coming. In the Caves update, what you're getting is the change in build height and depth. So everything at Y0, all the bed, you know where Bedrock is?
Yeah.
That's going to get changed to Deep Slate, and they're going to drop down and add layers below it. And underneath that, you'll get claves, and you'll get caverns, and you'll get the dripstone caverns, you'll get the lush caves. All that stuff's going to be down there. But there's no Deep Dark or anything new in that.
So kind of like what the Neither was before the Neither update.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Wait, the neither wasn't the neither?
It was just lava.
It was just
just
there.
lava. There was
Yeah.
no mobs in there. It was just, well, there was very few mobs in
I
there.
mean, I guess I see where you're going. Kind of, yeah. It's kind of like the end right now. Like, the end is the same. It's once you get out there, other than end cities that are once in a million.
Yeah.
So like take out end cities. That's what we're getting right now. Just I think it's same. Like we already got all the blocks. We already got Deep Slate. We already got Dripstone. We already got Glowberries. Like we already have that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're just getting the biomes they belong into now. Then coming to 2022, you're getting new things.
New things!
Such as frogs and tadpoles, because tadpoles grow into
Bring
frogs
it.
if you've taken
Bring
any
it.
biology class.
I really want to see what those tadpoles look like.
Sperm.
I knew it.
Yeah. Hey, really? What else can they look
I
like?
knew it.
What else can they look like?
There are different variants in the frogs. I think it's something like if they grow up in the tadpoles grow up in a snowy biome, they'll have a different skin versus a regular like plains type biome and maybe desert.
Can you put a tadpole inside a bucket?
Sure. Yes, actually you can.
How small are they going to be?
I don't know. Well,
Well, it's just gonna be like the fish thing. Like you put a fish
Yeah.
inside a bucket.
You can put a fish in a bucket? Why am I just
jeez.
learning about this now?
yeah, like you can straight any.
Well, I'm just thinking because that way you can
Shut the
can
show
transport
down,
the
we're going to
tadpole
Minecraft.
to whatever biome you want in order for it to grow into whatever variant you want.
yes.
Like Eevees.
That's right.
Yes.
Give 'em yep.
Knowledge.
Yes.
Knowledge.
Also, in the wild update, you're getting a new tree. I can't remember the name of the stupid tree because I don't care about trees.
Dick tree.
Dick tree.
But it grows above its roots, and it's so beautiful. You can just the biomes you can
It's
get
so
into.
magic-
You can
magical.
take a boat underneath it that Agnes loves so much. She's the lead developer lady.
Yeah, Agnes.
She creamed all over it. Like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's fucking Minecraft. Calm down. Anyway,
so it's
but
gonna be in the swamps, I guess.
no, it'll be a new biome. But it's also a new wood and wood type with it, though. So we are finally getting a new wood type.
Woohoo!
It looks like a mix between.
So am I gonna get concrete half slabs, concrete stairs?
No, you're getting.
Fuckers.
You'll get the new wood.
Assholes.
You'll get the new wood in the full set, though.
Yeah, I'll get the whole. Yeah, of course. Because who the fuck cares about that?
I hope the wood isn't beautiful and I want to change
She
the
actually
wood I use.
she specified the fact that the wood will be a full set,
I hate them.
but they didn't say anything about like new concrete things.
Or even terracotta. Like, why do you put these blocks in and not give them the full assortment?
It's got to be at least like slabs. Slabs got to be an easy texture. But
Yeah.
anyway, so there will be a new wood type.
Assholes.
It's a mix between like acacia and like oak. So it's kind of like
Lighter.
a pinkish, I think, from memory. I could be fucking wrong too, because
Well,
again,
probably it's gonna depend on the texture pack anyway.
What's it look like in
oh,
candy
well,
mode?
True.
Yeah.
That's depends on the texture pack.
Yeah.
But in those biomes
And
where
Twizzlers.
these new trees grow, you get a new block. That's called mud. I don't know if you heard of mud. What is mud? Fun thing. So you can take dirt, throw a water bucket on it. You got mud. If you take that mud, I don't know why I keep saying it that way. Take the mud, put it on top of a dripstone, and let the water drip out. You have renewable clay.
That's actually really nice.
So it's a fucking process where, as opposed to like you have the mason villager and you can go and just trade him for bricks if you want bricks from your clay. But if you want to put him out of a job,
Right.
you can. That's all it comes down to. If you
America.
want to industrialize it, you can just farm mud and clay.
So
But-
we're gonna have our own mud farm.
But I assume Cheever would be the most hyped for this mud news because for the longest time he had a dirt hut that we referred to as a mud hut, but now he can literally have a mud hut. And actually, on top of that, you can craft mud into mud bricks that have like a brick texture and they're like a dark brown.
made
It'd be kind of
Shit emojis all through the realm.
There you go.
Poop around
There
everywhere.
you go. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I might break a rule.
Maybe.
Going past 3,000? Is it 3,000 still?
No, we're at
6,000.
6,000.
Oh.
But by the time that comes out, we'll move it again because we have to go again. The Deep Dark, which is the new big cool thing with the Warden, who the Warden, by the way, he's blind. He can't see you.
Hear you.
He hears you. And they made a comment about smell, like he can get your scent.
There's smells in Minecraft?
Well, I mean, think about it. Steve probably has a lot of BO.
yeah, you don't shower.
Does that mean they're going to be enchants now to make you quieter?
Maybe they didn't say it, but maybe.
That would
So
make sense. Like,
in the-
otherwise, why say it?
in the Deep Dark, there's I don't remember the name of the new shit. Anyway, he comes out of the ground. Rawr, Warden, if you make a lot of noise. And if you keep making noise, he'll hunt you down, and he has, from what I've heard, 500 health? right now. To put that in perspective,
It's a fuck ton.
For people like me.
the dragon has 100.
Ooh.
The wither has 300.
Yeah, but like the dragon's a pain in the ass because it's all the way up there. Is this guy like at least level?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's on the ground.
That's not as bad.
Probably one shot your ass.
2-shot.
Two shot your
He
ass.
2-shots you on full netherite. I don't know if it's full enchanted netherite, but 2-shots you with full netherite. They want it, like, the developers have said they don't want him to be killed. He doesn't drop anything. You get nothing for killing him. Like, the idea is
What's the point of him?
to sneak around. Like, you're supposed to avoid him and explore the deep dark city thing.
If you kill him, does he respawn?
I would assume so.
Because
They-
that's going
they
to be the
didn't
first thing everybody does now.
Yeah,
Well, okay,
obviously.
so yeah, they made a big deal like you're not supposed to, and they said that they're going to put things in there that you can't cheese. That's the term they use, cheese him. Like, with iron golems, you can build up, 3 blocks high and just hit it because they can't hit you. They said they put in ways to, like, fix that. So I don't know what he can do to deter you from doing that.
Maybe he has like a ranged ability.
Maybe.
The only thing I could think
Obviously,
of.
they're not going to say
blocks.
what they're doing to deter it. They're just
Yeah.
going to say, hey, we're doing this. But the idea is, like, if you come out as a developing team saying, like, hey, we're going to make it so you can't X.
Hey, yo.
Especially, in the,
I can tell you right now.
especially in the Minecraft community,
the
they're going
Minecraft
to go
community's
bet.
going to get pissed off if he actually drops nothing.
That's what they're saying, is he drops nothing, because you're not supposed to kill him. And they're supposed to make it hard as fuck to kill him, which means, yes, everybody's going to want to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
And as soon as we come
Everyone's
out,
going to see him as the new end boss.
as soon as he comes out, we're going to be like, hey, guys, we're teaming up to kill Warden, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm
So-
100%.
counting the days
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm punching him in the face.
but
What they
the
need to do is make it so he has fast regen, so that if he's not in combat anymore, he quickly regens.
that could be a thing.
That'd be a
They-
dick move. But
Again,
it'd be so
they,
good.
they haven't fully released probably every spec of him because they don't want people getting a head start on plotting how they're
How
going to
can we
beat
take
him.
him down? Yeah. Lava.
But the idea is like he lives in this like deep dark temple, if you will. Like they've got a lot of stones and stuff. There's
Well, it's the city, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So and they said exclusive loot. They didn't say what the exclusive loot is, but it makes it a point that you want to go there and get the shit.
Potatoes.
I was gonna say totems.
Corn.
Potatoes.
Corn.
It's potatoes.
Corn. My God, if there's a fucking chest of corn, I'm in. I'll kiss the warden and run.
That's actually a good point. Why is there no corn in the game?
To talk to Mojang. Talk
Wouldn't
to
it, just,
Agnes.
wouldn't it just look like sugar cane?
But you put the corn inside
well,
a
With like yellow
furnace.
spots?
You put the corn inside
Get
the furnace,
popcorn?
you make popcorn.
Or corn on the cob.
You should go work for them.
Well, or you could put it inside the
This
other thing that
has
you
just
can do
become
kelp.
Shark Tank tonight.
What the hell is the kelp? Do you put the kelp in? The thing that burns the kelp quicker.
Blast furnace? Or
It's not a blast
Smoker?
furnace. Smoker. You put it in the smoker and make
Kettle corn?
ooh, kettle corn. Oh, you put that in a
Corn on the
cauldron
cob.
over fire.
Yeah.
Get really in depth on it now. So
That,
Well,
yeah.
we're Shark Tank.
one, give
Yeah.
it time. Like I bet there's a mod pack somewhere that people have already done
Corn?
most of the shit.
Well, they have mod packs that you can play Pokemon now. They've changed all the mobs in Pokemon and
That's what I mean. There's like at this point a mod pack for Minecraft is like Rule 34 for the internet.
yeah,
Like if you can think of it, there's porn of it. If you can think of it, there's a mod for Minecraft of it.
yeah. Well, Java.
Java, correct. Bedrock.
That's the
fuck.
problem.
Oh, and by the way, the Wither health that I quoted, that was obviously Bedrock Wither. Java Wither only has 150.
That's right. Them
Yeah,
bastards.
the Wither is so much more of a bitch in Bedrock. If you didn't
And
fucking
in
know.
Java, you can put two weapons in each hand. You have
Yeah.
to cleave. It's fucking bullshit.
You know, they talk
Fucking
more about
bastards.
like
bastards.
part of the excuse they gave to moving the Warden back, the Deep Dark, was, well, we want to make sure we get everything right and do it right by the players. Yeah, you know who else said that? Fucking Last of Us for Last of Us 2. Naughty Dog said it, so fuck off.
We
anyway.
don't want you to fucking kill this thing on the first day.
But also part of it is they said they want to still bring in more parity because they want to get Java and Bedrock as close together as they can.
It's never gonna happen.
No, but
Get rid
they're
of
working on
Java.
it.
That'll never happen.
But anyway, I think that is
That's where
the
majority
main
of their
bullet.
player base is. It basically get rid of Bedrock.
How? We have 5 copies each in Bedrock.
Yeah.
Do you think they have 5 copies of Java each?
No, you have one.
No, it's one. 'cause
Exactly.
It's PC only, but the PC community is way bigger than all the other ones combined. And it's mainly because of the mod community.
You exclude children.
The mod community does
Yeah.
really.
You
yeah.
think children are on a computer?
But
Yeah.
I think
They're on a
that's
Switch.
that's the main bullet points from the WoW update. I feel like I'm missing
Besides
one.
the stupid, the blue fairy thing I was
Oh!
talking about. Which
I
I
am
don't
missing one.
understand.
So the
Wait, is it a fairy? What is it?
the LA, I believe it's called.
It's a leg. Yeah, I know
Okay,
that.
for-
It's blue, and it looks weird as
Okay.
shit.
For one, there was a set of 3 mobs the public could vote for during Minecraft Live to
Apparently,
get.
the last one
This
that they
is the
did
one that got
was
voted
the
for.
glowing squid.
Yeah, I really want to know what was up against Glow Squid that won.
That's what I was thinking the same
Um,
damn thing. Like, what the fuck?
Like, don't get me wrong, when they said the Glow Squid was there, and like, oh, that's neat, but like,
Penises.
so we'll backtrack real quick. So it was up against the Glare. What the Glare was, it was a flying monster that if it got into a darkness that mobs could spawn, it would freak out. It didn't like the dark. So
Okay.
it was to let you know where mobs could spawn.
Okay.
Which, if you've ever tried to light up your base, you realize that, oh, well, you've ever realized that that's a pain in the ass.
Yes.
But, coming up also in... Fuck, I don't know if it's which update.
I hope it's this one because
I think
I am
it's the
sick and
1.18.
tired of placing a freaking light everywhere.
I think it's the 1.18 update where mobs will only spawn in light level 0. So it'll be
God.
a lot more obvious of, is it lit up or not?
Yes.
Which means you can also use things like redstone. A redstone torch will now light up basically what a regular torch used to light up.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's
Ridiculous.
what the glare was proposed to do. It would go to a spawnable spot and be like, ah! And you'd be like, oh, torch.
That way you can have more spooky like builds.
So he got voted out
Without-
first.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Because again, you already
Yeah.
fixed that issue. We don't fucking need him.
That's right. Kick his ass to the curb.
Because Java players had the F3 menu, so they could actually see light level. It was an issue. Anyway, so then it was to the LA and Copper Golem. The Copper Golem was just like the Iron or Snow Golem. You could craft him out of copper. Evidently, he just loved to push copper buttons. That was it. He would push copper buttons at random. That was his whole
That's
shtick.
random, but okay.
Yeah, so he got voted out. Now we got the LA, who is another flying type Pokemon.
Pokemon.
And what he does is you can give him an item. So you give him a beer can.
That's right.
What he will do is pick up other beer cans on the ground.
Only a stack worth?
Last I heard, yeah, he has 2 inventory spots. One for the one that you give him, and then one for the stack.
Okay.
That could change or get tweaked. Because they also said he can do unstackable items, too. So if you gave him a bow, he'd pick up bows on the ground. Again, it's got to be on the ground. Like floating, like you have to mine it. He'll pick up the popped block. But he loves music, so you can pair him with like a music box. Or a note block. I think you could do both.
So my whole thing with that is then it's forcing you to go out and find them stupid records.
Potentially. Or you skeleton shoot a creeper and you get the record. But anyway,
Wait,
you
what?
can pair him. Huh?
It's to get a skeleton
Skeleton
to kill.
shooting.
If a skeleton kills a creeper, he drops a music disc. That's not new. That's a while ago.
So congratulations for,
Jerry got
Having
pissing on
something
about the
crazy
Minecraft
happen.
talk. Kick him. Anyway, so you can pair him with a music block, and when he gets music, he likes it, he loves it, and he drops the block. So you can put like a hopper down there, and he'll throw the shit in the hopper and go collect more. So out of those 3, he's the only one that had like a very clear use of like, hey buddy,
Yeah.
or you can use him in
They
item
definitely
sortation
put more effort in that one than the other 2.
to be like,
Yeah.
we want to
We
make
want
this.
this
Well,
to go
no,
in.
the light one actually made sense if they didn't fix the light issue.
Correct, because
Well, that's just 2 departments not working with each other.
Yeah.
Like, oh, don't tell fucking Craig we were fixing the lighting thing.
Well, no, because these are all,
Yep.
aren't they all player created? Or
Yes.
player.
These are all player created.
Yeah, so the players came up with it.
Oh.
And the players
is that-
probably had no
is
idea
that where they come? I didn't
They
know
were
where they come
fixing
from.
the
that
lighting
they were
issue.
fixing the lighting issue already. Because
Okay.
that's what kind of made that one, And the Golem one might be useful for
Well,
redstone devices.
I was gonna say people always want like a random tick.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get a true random. Like, I know there's builds that use like bats and pressure plates to get a random tick.
Oh.
So I guess I could see that. Is that?
Yeah, like I said, I can see it for redstone, but a lot of the community doesn't actually build that kind of crazy redstone stuff. So
right.
We will.
Yep.
yeah.
So-
So,
So yeah, he's the only one that has real use.
yeah, and even then, it's If it's only one stack, that's even questionable.
Well, if you said the
You can
music
change
note
this-
thing, though.
You can change the stack out. You can get more than one allay, I assume. So if you had an army of them, you could use them in sortation machines, sortation systems. Like
Or
instead
when
of
you're
having,
mining a mountain down to nothing.
Yeah.
instead of having to constantly unload your shit, they just fly in, pick it up. I mean, granted, you're
Well,
still
it depends because then
You're
are
still
they going to
limited
be
to your-
able to go back to where? Like that's what I mean. Like
You're
you're
still
gonna have
limited
to, you're
to
going to
your-
have to follow. Like it's basically all it's doing is giving you an extra slot.
yeah, because you're still limited to your
The load area.
the load area. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they can't fly off
Back to
7
base.
chunks away.
Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying.
unfortunately.
Like one to me, it's really not. I mean, it's
It's more inventory
Yeah.
space.
the only other thing like you said, if you can have multiple of them.
Or again, for a sortation system, instead of having like an input chest, you just throw everything on the ground, and these LAs come in and pick everything up and sort it. I don't know if you can have like
But then each LA needs to
300
be its own special disc, and then I don't know if you can sign it to a specific disc.
no. And at that point, if you have that many of them, like you're gonna get lag because I don't know, Mojang, if you know this, but Realms
sucks.
Bedrock, it's fucking laggy, you fuckers.
Oh, it is super laggy since the last freaking update they did.
And it's laggy on all systems. We play
Yeah.
on pretty much everything. So
No.
it's not just like,
Not on mine. It's fine.
okay, evidently if you have the new Xbox.
Yeah, apparently
It works
is that what we have to do to get the new Xbox?
Fine.
Are you guys running a whole like
Works great.
app?
Yeah.
Is it Apple gimmick? Like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, you're on old software, slow.
Well, I got a computer. How's
But that's
that
not true. The
work?
realm itself has crashed on me twice. That one night where we couldn't fucking get in.
Oh yeah.
I think it crashed on me like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And the problem is, then it erases like the last 15 minutes of you playing, which drives me fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
So
Uh-huh.
that's a them issue on their end.
Oh, 100%. I was so pissed off when I got on after that.
All right.
Anyway, so yeah, that's the Minecraft news that we'll probably talk about again once it gets closer to actually happening.
When it fucking drops.
Because we only got told that it's going to be next year. I don't even know if they actually said Q1 for sure next year. They just said 2022.
yeah,
so
that's usually what they do.
That means Christmas.
most of the time, I think most of the
No.
time it's
Well-
spring. It's spring, summer. It's like
See,
May,
the problem
June.
is it's usually
June.
in the midsummer and then right before Christmas.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know what they're gonna do this time because because normally that one should have just been the summer one
Yeah,
and
instead
they
of
split it. So
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea. Maybe this is just their way of slowing down content.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't fucking know.
who the hell knows? Woo!
You have more stories?
Of course.
Like important stories?
Nintendo Switch 33-month sale record in the U.S. just finally fell as PS5 takes the top spot in
I
September.
don't get that.
How? Who's buying a PS5?
Are they counting reservations of like you don't actually have it yet, but you paid for it?
Well, they did do the thing where now they're allowing you to buy them. I'm pretty sure you can buy them direct now.
Well,
to
like
try and get away from the scalping.
I totally
issue.
understand why Switch sales went down. Everybody probably owns one now.
No, that direct thing for PlayStation through that you could sign up for. There's a lot of stipulations on for you to apply for it. Like I didn't go through the hoops. I just read the post.
Yeah.
And I think that was meant to cut down on the whole scalpers. Like you
Yep.
can't fucking just buy a bunch.
Mhm.
Yep.
But you also had to like
I missed that.
you had to some like
Yeah.
show interest in it or some bullshit. Like again, I didn't go that far, but it
Yeah,
was
it's
something.
supposed to stop the scalping issue that they're
Yeah,
having.
but it was something like it felt like it almost made it hard. Like if a random dad wanted to go out to get his kid a PS5, it sounded like he wouldn't have been able to reserve it either because he was just a random dude.
But Chris Stasu's had all the Sony ones and PlayStation Online and all that stuff for
Yeah, would have been banned.
15 years.
Would have been banned for
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
That's why I have an Xbox now.
Xbox guys.
Until Spider-Man comes out, because then I'll just move hell and high water to get it.
That's fair.
Also, on the news of
PS5,
Nintendo Switch,
Switch,
the Online Plus
drops
service is dropping this
Tuesday.
No, this Friday, the 25th,
Friday 22nd.
I hope I'm still not
Next
paying for
Monday.
Monday.
I noticed that after we finished the 24-hour stream, I was like, could do next Friday. And then the 25th was a Monday.
Yeah.
You get the N64 and the Sega Genesis at the new price point of $50.
And all the NES games.
And all the other ones. Yeah.
With more games for the N64 and Genesis to be announced later.
Like they did with the NES and SNES.
Exactly.
Are they gonna,
As they keep pushing titles out.
did they announce that they were going to... Are they done adding titles to the NES and SNES? Because there are stuff...
They're still dropping stuff.
Yeah, it's random Japanese games that nobody gives two shits about.
No,
right.
there's a few American games that just dropped.
SNES has been pushing out some stuff. NES is pretty much tapped out.
To be fair, there are very few good NES games.
Oh, there's a lot, but they don't own them because they're like movie rights. Like Bart versus the World. Friday the 13th was good. The Nightmare on Elm Street one was good. I have a RoboCop one. Like, there's a lot of good cartridge
That's also
games.
before Nintendo clamped down
Yeah.
on who can make games.
Which is a shame because those games were fucking banging.
Banging.
I wish they would go back and try to get them back on their Like, there's a lot of Disney games too that were good.
Yeah.
But
They're also available on the Genesis, which they're probably on Genesis Overdrive.
because they're all made by Capcom. And Capcom's hurting for money, so fucking push them out.
Damn right.
Darn tootin'.
My bad. But I think it's interesting. I'm excited for that next Monday. I am dropping so much money on Friday on video games. I got a phone call that Nickelodeon All-Stars has finally come in. Guardians comes out next Tuesday. And then Mario Party All-Stars comes out next Friday. So it's going to be a nice $150 bill when I go to GameStop on Friday.
Woo! Keeping them alive. Buy that stuff.
Yep.
They go down yet?
GMA. No. I don't know why.
You gotta hold.
Hold.
Apes hold.
Could be.
Apes strong together.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands.
Anyway. You can now play Doom on Twitter.
Did
Yes.
you say Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah. The original Doom is playable on the Twitter. With your Twitter account.
Apparently you got a text.
Okay. He called it the Twitter.
The Twitter. That's right.
I'm a dad. I'm sorry, it's a dad thing.
The tweeter.
You have to say things to piss people
Drop
off.
some.
That's
GameStop
right.
dropped to 182 now. 186, my bad.
Well, Nick, just to clarify, Aaron, Nickelodeon All-Stars is available digitally. The supply chain issue had caused our area not to get them physically. So every GameStop in the local South Jersey, Philadelphia market did not have the discs. I was a little pissed off. Actually, I wasn't pissed off. I got Far Cry 6. So they did them a
Solid.
solid, yeah.
But apparently you just type in text like play X, comma, comma, E, comma, comma, E, comma, comma, E, comma, comma, 50 minus, comma, 50 minus. It's like a bunch of code and it'll start it for you.
If you have that link, send it to me. I want to try it.
Wait, what? What?
Can you do it on the app or does it have to be on the computer?
I'll do that at work.
It doesn't say.
What are you doing? Just tweeting?
I'm going to do it right now.
It does not say at all. I don't know.
I can't see it
question.
working on the phone. It might not. It's got to be on a keyboard. It probably needs the keyboard.
Send it to the group chat. Let's find out.
Yeah, if you get the link.
All right, fine. Jesus Christ. I didn't realize that was going to be that.
Yeah, you just screenshot your stories.
Yeah. Damn right I do.
Because
Oh, I
if
do.
you had it, I would have copied
old.
it right now and went at it.
Old.
Oh,
How do you start it?
Doom on Twitter now. It says,
like,
Doom's playable on Twitter now thanks to
That?
tweets
You
to
had to
Doom
put that
created
fucking
by
code in?
Georgie, whatever the
Is
fuck
it that?
Is it?
Sure, why
Are you
not?
playing Doom as in like you're just going through code?
I don't know. It just says it is. There's a bunch of commands and stuff, but it's like it's all.
yeah, and it said the
text.
fullest commands and how it works can be found in this pinned tweet. If that's the case, well, fuck off.
You're just tweeting and retweeting gameplay. It's D&D.
Yeah.
You're playing D&D on Twitter, not Doom.
But apparently, it says that you basically type in the command, it does it for you, and then it does it for depending on X amount of frames, etc. So yeah, you're typing in commands.
Okay. Well,
So you're basically
get that link.
what you're basically doing is you are Taz running the game.
Sure.
It's a tool assisted speed run. You say at X frame you're gonna jump.
I feel like it's a fucking...
Sure. Anyway. Other news. Dota 2, the International, won't have in-person audience due to COVID.
Yeah, they weren't there anyway. But
So currently it's scheduled with a $40 million prize pool. But they're basically going to be refunding everybody who already bought tickets, etc.
where are they held? LA?
Usually it's held
South
in
Korea.
somewheres up in Washington State.
Okay.
I think last year
That
it
was
was
my second
held
guess.
somewheres else because of COVID, so they didn't do it in the States.
It was in Iowa with no restrictions. Or Florida. It was probably
Chickens.
Florida.
No, it was out of the States.
Oh. So it was Sweden where they don't believe in it.
It's going to be in Romania, Bucharest this year. So I guess they're still not doing it in the States anymore. But it used to be done in somewheres up in
Oregon?
Washington State.
Portland.
Yeah, probably.
Seattle, Portland.
Yeah. It's got to be one of the big cities.
Didn't work.
And the last bit of news, somebody did a streaming event for fucking 20 hours.
14.
14 hours.
Made it 14.
Who do I know?
No,
Oh,
That was the last bit of news you had?
that was it.
Oh. Yeah, I only made it 14, which, it's a good segue. I will be doing it again in December. And there will always be a rule of the last call at 2 a.m. So
Last call.
if there's nobody in the chat at 2 a.m. to talk to me, I will stop the stream. So last call is called at 2 a.m. And I gave them at least 30 minutes to get in there if there was somebody in there. But thank you for everybody who did tune into that. It was fun. We got 10 subscribers. I think most of them were gifts from us, which is fine. Well, maybe you guys will stick around for another month or two. And 2 new followers, 1 new follower. I don't remember what the stat was on that. But we peaked at like 13, 14 viewers. And then it crashed to 1, and I'm going to bed. So look for the December date. It's either going to be early in the month or during the last week, because the last week I'll be on vacation. Because I always take vacation. Anyway, I got 2 bits of gaming news before we wrap up the show.
I got one too.
Well, you go first then.
So, EA was in the talks with FIFA
Oh, yeah.
in regards to their contract renewal,
Using
and
their
FIFA
name.
said, "Fuck off! I don't give a shit."
They wanted what? $2 billion for 4 years usage?
I have no idea. All I know is FIFA said we're not happy with what you've given us, so
And they came back with a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Good. Someone needs to stand up to those EA bastards. And I look forward to 2K FIFA. Or THQ FIFA.
Isn't THQ owned by?
Probably. Naughty Dog FIFA. Or Bethesda FIFA.
They shouldn't allow it to be exclusive.
Leave it to Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney to kill the FIFA franchise by having their team added to the FIFA game. This shit didn't happen before they were added. Just saying. Add the Ted Lasso team. The 2 bits of news that I have for you were coming from the DC fandom. They showed gameplay of Gotham Knights, where you get to play as Batgirl, Nightwing, Jason Todd, and Damian as Robin. Which pretty much picks up after Bruce Wayne has quote-unquote died. I don't believe it, but he's dead at the beginning of the trailer, and Jim Gordon is MIA. It will follow the battle against the Court of Owls.
Jim Gordon becomes the new Batman.
That storyline. Well, it's going again. It's following all the sidekicks. But it was made by the people who made Arkham City and all that shit.
There you go.
The other little bit of news is they showed more cinematic trailers of the Justice League, or the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, where you get to play as 4 main Suicide characters: Deadshot, King Shark, Boomerang, and Harley Quinn.
Boomerang.
And they showed clips of Superman, Green Lantern, but Jon Stewart's version, the Flash, and I believe the Batmobile was in it.
Jon Stewart's version?
It's the second Green Lantern. Black guy. First one's Hal Jordan,
I only seen one Green Lantern.
which was the Ryan Reynolds character.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was Ryan Reynolds who played it. Yeah.
But in the comic runs, Hal Jordan's the first Green Lantern. Jon Stewart picks up after Hal Jordan doesn't do it anymore. Hal Jordan becomes like the Spectre or some shit like that.
Interesting.
But those were the 2 DC fandom gaming newses.
Hi. Can I go backwards for a second? With the Doom on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, real quick, reading into it. Evidently, you tweet the play on Doom thing, and it gave you a list of commands you could use to, you don't physically play the game. It's almost like a choose your own adventure. Like, you give it a list of codes, like, yeah, I want to do X, Y, Z out of the list, and it'll play through what your command was.
That's what I was saying. And then you go through like 15
Yeah,
50
you
frames or
explained
whatever.
it very poorly.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Whatever. Fuck. Yeah.
Goosebumps, don't take your finger off the picture or page that we've talked about like the last couple of weeks, which is where that keeps coming up.
Yeah.
But that's going to do it in for us on this show. Somehow we drug this out to the 9:22 mark, which
For my
I'm
chickens.
shocked.
Minecraft.
We're not there yet. You're jumping too far ahead.
Damn it.
What do you got going on, Gibbous?
I stream every Monday. We streamed Back for Blood, which we forgot to talk about. Fuck.
It's
Whatever.
okay. Hey, shoot.
We streamed Back for Blood yesterday.
It was fun.
It was fun. We might do it again.
It's different.
We'll see.
Okay.
We might be doing it again later this week for Jared's stream.
Yes.
But we'll see if we can
I'd do
get
it
enough
again.
peeps together.
I think we can. I think we have a
Yeah.
buy-in of at least 5 or 6.
Yeah. Other than that, fuck off.
Cheever, what do you got going on?
Frank, what do you got going on?
Oh, we got some bits.
Woo!
Yay!
Tickle me and rub my belly.
Ooh, belly.
I play on
That
Gibby
sound
Stream
good.
and or other streams when people want to play co-op or multiplayer games that I can stream with them on.
So he doesn't play with me.
That's right.
You don't play my games. I can't play with you on Mario. I could.
God of War. I'm currently doing God of War.
Whatever.
Still
I
single
can't
player
play that
game.
with you either.
That's fair.
All right, get some friends. God.
I'll be Ares. Stomp on his ass!
They're in the Norse mythology in the game I'm playing.
Thor!
Chris Dace, what do you have going on?
We got the Dace Man Plays is back again tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and I will be continuing my God of War
Solo player game.
campaign.
Boo.
Which, a fun fact, when I ended the stream last week, I was like, this feels like a good stopping point, and the other save file there from 2018 was the exact same spot! So going
it was
back,
a good spot.
yeah, going back is just further than I went last time.
That's right.
Dace Taggin and I will return next week with new episodes. We got a Potter Nerd that is out there ready to be edited, but I'm trying to wait until we get more in the fucking queue. And hopefully we'll be bringing back the 4 Reel Movie Club at some point and 4 Reel Movie Club reviews. I have a project I'd like to talk to these guys about going forward.
Time Bandits?
Time Bandits.
That's one
it
of them.
is.
Oh God.
But a review series that would actually give us almost like 30 fucking podcasts. So, new stuff on the horizon. Keep to our Facebook.com/Basement Protocol Productions because events will be created for what's coming up in November, December, and onward. Our annual Drunk Day is on the horizon.
Drunk.
Will it be on Discord?
I can't wait to drink.
What will be on Discord?
The event page.
Yes, so the events will also come over to Discord. We're going to start utilizing Discord more as well since we have 13 subscribers, so we should probably utilize this fucking thing.
And get people on it, like Berezzo.
Yes, just move over. It's better than Messenger. Remember that
Better.
4 hours you didn't have Facebook?
No.
Discord was running.
The app sucks.
Yeah, the app is terrible. But if you are in the computer line, like working on computers, it's nice to have up. Your
Yes.
work computer will allow it to go
That's my
download.
problem.
That's fair.
Mine's allowed to go on there.
How'd you download?
mine can.
Not your,
Didn't require an admin access.
Huh.
Webpage, especially use the webpage.
So, Drunk Day is the eve before Thanksgiving, which will be November 24th. Another 24-hour stream attempt by yours truly will be sometime in December, and hopefully once a month leading up to the Game-a-thon, and therefore after. But events will be on Facebook.com/Basement Protocol Productions to keep you in tune. Anyway, that's going to do it for us here on the show. So for the few,
My chickens. Is that it?
Chicken booties!
My chicken booties!
Got it.
My chicken booties!
for the proud,
And the chicken sweaters!
And the wheel. Take them all.
the Daystacular.
And the chicken hats!
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next Tuesday. And remember, Basement Dwellers, stick to the protocol.
Fuck the protocol!
Thank you.